Hi everyone and welcome back to the GCSE Maths Series. Today we're going to be taking a look at product rule for counting exam style questions. So let's get straight into it. So we are told there are 5 starters and 6 main courses in a restaurant. I need to work out the total number of ways for choosing a starter and a main course. If you look back to my revision video, remember we have our M event and our N event. And to work out the total number of combinations, we do our M times by our N. And in this case, we have 5 different starters times by 6 different main courses, which is going to be 30. So we're now told there are 4 starters, 7 main courses, and 4 desserts in a restaurant. Work out the total number of ways of choosing a starter, a main course, and a dessert. So we have our M event, our N event, and now we have our O event. So we just do M times by N times by O. So we get 4 times by 7 times by 4, which is going to be 112. So there is 112 different ways of choosing your 3-course meal at this specific restaurant. Okay, looking at the next question, we're told there are 52 cards in a deck. Peter is going to give 1 card to Casper and 1 card to Kelly. How many different ways are there of doing this? So 52 cards in a deck. Peter is going to give 1 card to Casper and 1 card to Kelly. Okay, this question here requires a bit of logical thinking. So if I had a deck of cards, yeah, this is my deck of cards. There's 52 within here, right? And I've got Casper and I've got Kelly. I take one of my cards from my deck here and give one to Casper. I then, from the same deck, give Kelly another card. So I give her another card. So on the first card given out to Casper, I can choose the cards from 52 of the deck because the deck is full. I can choose from 52 different cards to give to Casper. So my first part of the combination is 52. Now think about it. I've now given that card to Casper, meaning the card is no longer in the deck with the rest of the cards. Meaning, when I give Kelly a card, I can only choose from 51 different cards, depending on the card that I gave to Casper. So there's only 51 combinations that I can give. So the N event in this case is 51, whereas the M is 52, the full deck. 52 times by 51 is 2,652. Moving on to question 15, we have that there are 8 teams in a competition. Each team will play every other team once. Work out the total number of games played. So, to think about this logically, a game is played between 2 teams. 2 teams, right? And we are told there are 8 teams in a competition. Each team will play every other team once. So 8 teams need to play every single other team. Okay, so if they need to play every other single team, this means they need to play 7 other teams because they cannot play themselves. If they were to play 8 teams, that would be incorrect because there's only 8 teams in the league. They cannot physically play against themselves. So they need to play against 7 different teams. So we need to do 8 times by 7. And now this gives us 56, which means that each team will be involved in 56 combinations. But remember, 2 teams make up one single game, and we need to work out the number of games played. So we need to divide by 2. This gives us 28 games played. Because if you were to think about it, 56 would be the amount of teams involved in games, but we need to work out the total number of games played. So 56 tells us how many teams were involved in the games altogether, but we need to work out how many games were actually played, and this is just to divide by 2 to give us 28. Now, looking at our last question today, it tells us there are 20 people in a room. Each person shakes each other person's hand once. So 20 is our M event. To shake every other person's hand in the room is times by 19 because they cannot shake their own hand. So there's 19 other people in the room. So remember, this is similar to our football one. 20 times by 19 gives us 380. Now this tells us how many people were involved in all the handshakes altogether. So between a handshake, there's 2 people involved, so we need to divide this by 2 to get 190 for similar logic to the football games. Okay, that's going to conclude today's video on product proof accounting exam style questions. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you feel like your knowledge has been consolidated. As always, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.